Yo, everybody. Hey, Simon here with Aim High Photography. Hey, guys, I have the Nikon 35mm 1.2. Guys, I've almost had it for about a month. I've taken some pictures with it. I've taken some videos with it. And I'm here today to tell you guys if I am going to keep it or if I'm going to send it back. Guys, the 35mm 1.2 is an excellent focal length. If you're into portraits, it being a 1.2 is going to get you some great pictures in low light conditions. So guys, today you're going to find out once again if I am going to keep it or if I'm going to send it back. Yeah, guys, the 35mm 1.2, if you're into having some landscape in your shot, guys, this is the lens. This is the focal length. This is the aperture that you want to go with. I mean, that 1.2 is going to get you some excellent background blur and low light conditions. Oh my gosh. I've taken this particular lens with me to work. I shot some video with it. I shot some of my YouTube videos with it. I love the 35mm 1.2 for what it's able to do. I also have here the 35mm 1.8. Guys, this is my first one. Guys, and I'm gonna just be quite honest with you. All of the 1.8s are great lenses. The S-line lenses are great by Nikon. You cannot go wrong. If you get any of the 1.8s, whether it's the 21.8, whether it's the 24, I think they maybe have a 28, I believe, or that, or a 26. Then they got the 35, the 50, the 85, and we're not going to even talk about the Plena. You will not go wrong with any of the 1.8s, but because I love shooting portraits more so than having landscape in my shot, do I really need the 35mm 1.2 over the 1.8? This here is about a $2,600 lens, and this one right here can run anywhere between $700 and $800. Guys, that's a pretty good jump. That's about a good $1,800 or so, difference between the two lenses. Okay, so do you really need a 1.2 over the 1.8? And if you just look at the size difference, yeah, this is a bigger lens compared to the 1.8. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you guys, even though it is as big as it is, it's not that much heavier than the 1.8. I also have the 85mm 1.2. I have the 135 1.8 Plena, and I also have the 70 to 200 2.8. So I'm used to big lenses. So for me to carry this, I mean, it's not so much a bad thing. The thing about it is, for me, the 35mm and also the 50mm, those are more like travel style lenses for me. That's how I use them. So for me to walk around with this big lens and sometimes bump it into things, because it is pretty tall. You know what I mean? That's one thing about it. It's not so much the weight, it's just that how much let's just put it all together here, sticks out. You know what I mean? Yeah, versus, and I always use the lens hood. So that's more or less the thing. Yeah, it does have a little bit of weight on it, but I cannot justify the price of the 35mm 1.2 over the 35mm 1.8. So my conclusion is I will be sending the 35mm 1.2 back. Guys, it's going to go. The 35mm 1.8 is that good. I cannot justify spending this amount of money on just getting a 1.2. I cannot. Now guys, I also used to have the 50mm 1.2, which for me, once again, is a travel style lens. The 50 is almost the same size as this 35mm 1.8. It really is. The 50 looked almost like this 35mm 1.2. So guys, for traveling purposes, I rather have the 35mm 1.8 over the 35mm 1.2. If you're into like weddings and stuff like that, and you shoot a lot of low light and you have like landscape and stuff like that going on, yeah, guys, and if you can also afford it, the 35mm 1.2 will be your lens. But guys, I was not seeing enough quality from the 35mm 1.2 over the 35mm 1.8. I cannot justify it, and I'm just being honest. Guys, I'm obviously not a Nikon ambassador. This video is not supported by Nikon. This is my own opinion. Guys, I bought all of the products that you see, the 35mm 1.8, the 35 millimeter 1.2, this here camera angle, which has been shot by the 105 2.8 macro, this camera here, which has been shot with the 40 millimeter 2.0 DX lens, and this camera angle here is being shot with a 28 2.8, also a DX crop lens. Guys, so even though I love Nikon, I really do, I cannot justify spending this amount of money for their 1.2. The 85 millimeter 1.2, chef's kiss. I love it. I love it. It's a big lens. It's a heavy lens. It gives me what I want, like I said, because I love shooting portraits. And if you like shooting landscape in your shot, then yeah, go ahead and get the 35 millimeter 1.2. But honestly, I would just stick with the 35 millimeter 1.8. This is the main lens that I use for my YouTube channel. Normally, this here lens is sitting on that Nikon Z8 or Z9. Now for video, oh my gosh, let's stop. Let's stop. Guys, the video quality. And this is where I struggle. I need my lenses to do more than just one thing, right? For me to or at least for me to be able to justify this $2,600 price, it cannot just be for video. When I was out at work, guys, this lens here, oh my God. The video quality from it was, you can see that 1.2 doing its job over the 1.8. You really can. The separation, guys, it looked like my background, even though it was real, it looked fake, right? It looked like it could have just been thrown in. But guys, the 35 millimeter 1.2 for video, yeah, if that's what I was doing and that's all I was doing, not so much portraits or pictures, yeah, I would stick with the 35 millimeter 1.2 over the 1.8. Yeah, but guys, I love shooting both. I'm mainly a photographer that also shoots some videos. I'm not a videographer that sometimes shoots photography, if that makes sense to you guys. So guys, yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. Did I make the right decision, guys? I got a few days left. You guys let me know. I mean, just tell me what you think. Guys, please comment, like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video. Send me with Aim High Photography. I'm out. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. I'm out.